Hi, I'm Alex Rawnsley, and welcome to another edition of Three Things, the show where we take a look back at everything that happened with the Kings over the last set of 7 and get you set for the week ahead. Busy weekend for Powell River. They had a possible 6 points on the schedule to get. They got 5 of them. 4 coming from a pair of victories in 3 games over 2.5 days. It was one busy weekend. Let's get started.
Partial break, in on goal shot, scores! Kings win! Double overtime!
Thing you might have missed, number 1, was that road trip overall. Now, if you missed the 3 games, the Kings were in Chilliwack, Merritt, and Prince George. The road trip started Friday night in Chilliwack. The Kings dropped a 3-2 decision into overtime before rebounding for a pair of victories. 6-3 in Merritt on Saturday night and 7-3 in Prince George on Sunday afternoon. All told, the Kings played just over 180 minutes of hockey, courtesy that early overtime goal from the Chilliwack Chiefs on Friday night. The Kings outscored their opposition 15-9 this weekend, scoring up and down the lineup as well. 8 players had a goal through the 3 games, 15 came away with at least a point. In net, Jeff Smith played all 3 games. He was very good throughout, especially in the third period Saturday night against the Merritt Centennials. But at the end of the day, around 2,000 kilometers put on the bus as the Kings ventured all the way up to BC's northern capital. Thing you might have missed, number 2, was Kings forward Tristan Mullen being named an honourable mention for this week's BCHL Player of the Week award. The first-year King but third-year Junior A player from Cartwright, Manitoba scored 4 goals through the weekend and was named first star in Sunday afternoon's contest against the Prince George Spruce Kings. Now, one of his goals on the weekend was a go-ahead marker Friday night against the Chilliwack Chiefs with 3 minutes and change to go in the third period. It gave the Kings a 2-1 lead.
Lawson will begin to sneak to the bench, try to make the change. McCarrick controls, has it, change made, shot, rebound, loose puck, they score! In tight, Tristan Mullen finds a hole, 3:01 remaining. The Kings, the lead back, and it's 2-1.
Thing number 3 you might have missed from the last set of 7 was a massive update to our content on the Kings Broadcast Network. Now, the Kings operate their own 24/7 live streaming online radio station, and part of that content are the player profiles, the alumni updates, and other features that we run on the broadcast throughout the year. A massive update has included all of the content from this season, including all of the player profiles which have run so far this year, including the alumni updates that we are beginning to sprinkle in throughout the season. You can check out all the content online 24/7 by going to the Kings Broadcast Network online. A link is included in the description down below. So the Kings return home to start up a 6-game homestand at the Hat Park Arena. It kicks off this weekend with a pair of games against an Island Division rival that the Kings have yet to beat this season. Massive implications and the standings on the line as well. Let's get you set for what's to come. Thing to look forward to, numbers 1 and 2, is that doubleheader this weekend at the Hap against the Cowichan Valley Capitals. The Kings are 0-4 against Cowichan this season, but all 4 games coming over in Duncan against the Capitals at the Island Saving Center. This will be their first visit to Powell River this season. Now, the Kings certainly not happy with the way that they have played the Cowichan Valley Capitals so far this season. Look for a better effort out of them on Friday night. Now, the Capitals have 1 game before they get to that doubleheader against the Kings. It comes up on Wednesday against the Alberni Valley Bulldogs. They'll then make the trek over Friday for a pair of games at the Hat Park Arena, Friday 7:15 and Saturday at 5 o'clock. And finally, thing to look forward to, number 3, is the annual 5-Hole for Food game coming up at the Hat Park Arena on December 5th. Now, 5-Hole for Food is a league-wide initiative where all 17 teams in the BCHL have a game day to raise as much food as they can for their respective local food banks. Last year, Powell River topped the league. 10,500 pounds of food was collected throughout the week prior and at the Kings game, and all donated to the Powell River Food Bank. So it is not too early to start collecting, and donation information will be coming up soon. The league-wide initiative runs all through the season, and the Kings chasing the current leaders, the Alberni Valley Bulldogs, for the most food race for their respective food banks. The Kings, a pair of games this weekend at the Hat Park Arena, Friday and Saturday night, 7:15 and 5, a doubleheader against the Cowichan Valley Capitals. The Kings haven't beaten Cowichan this year and can catch them and leapfrog them in the standings with victories this weekend. Game times, as we said, 7:15 and 5. Both will be live on the network and 95.7 Coast FM for you to tune in on your way to the rink, with our pre-game show coverage starting 20 minutes prior to opening face-off both nights. That'll do it for this week's edition of Three Things. Thank you so much for joining me. We look forward to talking to you on Friday night as the Kings and the Caps lock up for the 5th time this season, but for the first time in Powell River. Bye now.